please come forward.
Keep sticking your head.
Mr. Moore, you're out of order.
Bill Walters, Henry County. Just like to say I appreciate you letting me speak, and I hope that you care about what your people are telling you. That monument, yeah, it's about that. Why is it an offense? It hasn't climbed down and smacked anybody in the face. It hasn't stuck a finger up at anybody, but it does represent something, doesn't it? And to remove it would be to make a whole bunch of people in your communities very angry with you. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to even go there? Two questions. First one, what's the original purpose that our community put that statue there? What is it? Have you looked it up? Do you care? I mean, we're talking to you right now. Do you care? Some of you don't care. Some of you don't. You're looking around and just doing whatever you want to do. I got to tell you, though, the Bible teaches us a lot of things about statues and monuments. It tells us not to bow down to them and worship them. And that's not what this is about. And by the way, if you see someone doing that, tell them they're breaking the second commandment, okay? The reason that statue and monument is there, it's a memorial. It's a witness to our community of the people that lived here before you and I, who gave their lives or died in battle. That's it. Doesn't mean anything else. Why do you want to take it away? Why do you want to let people poison your mind into changing what is our history? Doesn't make sense to me. Other places in the scripture, Jacob set up a pillar whenever God talked to him. Some of them places became cities. Doesn't matter to you, I guess. Other places, Jacob set up a monument to Rachel's grave. Okay, it was a pillar. It represented a witness of death. So does that guy standing there in the middle of the square. He is a witness of death. It's also a reminder to us not to go against our authorities, right? Not to fight against those that are in charge that make the laws, but rather to plead with y'all, leave things. Leave them as they are. And look, I got something to show you. It's not a big deal, I guess, but I really hope that you take into consideration. I don't think you're really paying attention. Some things don't matter. Some things do. I mean, look, in yellow it says, "These stones shall be a memorial unto the children of Israel forever." What was the big deal there? It was the River Jordan stood up on its end to let the children of Israel cross across it on dry land. Look at the next couple of verses with me, if you will, or look at your hands, or whatever you're doing over there. "And he spake unto the children of Israel, saying, When your children shall ask their fathers in time to come, what mean these stones? Tell them what had happened." When kids go through that square, educate them on that statue. Why is it there? Well, there's history here, right in our county, right in our square, right in our community. People that used to live here don't live here anymore and died in battle. Pretty important. And so, bottom line, what I'm trying to say, don't remove that witness to our past. Don't remove a memorial. It's there so that we never forget. And it's to honor the fallen of your community, your districts, people that live. Some of y'all, I got it, my second question I never got to. Okay, the first question, what's the original purpose that our community put that statue there? Okay, my second question is, what is the original purpose that our community elected you to sit in that chair right now? Is it to do your own thing? Is change things that people don't want changed? Because look, okay, we need to make sure that our purposes are the same. The community that you serve, that we pay your salary, as well as your own motives for what you're doing. Enact laws, but do that to honor your community, your district. We need to make sure that our purposes are the same, because if they're not, okay, we're going to vote again sometime. And I'm not trying to lay this on the line as just being mean to you. It's not about that. It's, in all honesty, we don't want these things removed. Listen to your people in your districts. Make decisions that preserve the history of your district. Be proud of the history of your district, whatever it is that you serve. Okay? Remember the past and be an honest witness like these monuments are. Honest witnesses of what happened. That's all it is. And if you remove them, I think that some of you won't be sitting there. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. we have one final person.
Michelle BOC, Henry County. That's my husband. I'm quite proud of what he had to say. I've been watching things, their fight against Confederates, statues, flags, memorials for 2 years now. And the first thing I noticed was that they canceled the Dukes of Hazzard because the car's name was General Lee. That's really stupid. It was a great, wholesome show. I'm sure many people in this room have enjoyed that show. Now I see that in Memphis, Tennessee, a theater that has been running every summer for 34 years, Gone with the Wind. And now they've decided that they won't do that anymore because that movie is racist. The movie wasn't racist. It was a love story set during the Civil War. This has gotten really out of hand. Now I can tell you what will happen, what I think will happen if that statue in the square, if that memorial to the Confederate dead is removed. I see it becoming a blight. I see it destroying the businesses around the square, the restaurants, the antique stores, every business there. We won't even need a welcome center anymore because there's nothing to show anyone. We've already lost Nash Battlefield that we're still fighting for it. And you want to put these monuments in museums, but you're taking away the museums. Then they say, put it in a cemetery. Now I see them literally toppling down, the cemeteries themselves being desecrated. You wouldn't want any of your family members' graves desecrated. None of them. I wouldn't want it to my family. I don't want it to anyone's family. Now, it has gotten so ridiculous that this is what I fear, because I do have a dog named Dixie. This is how stupid it has gotten. And I agree with Mr. Nunnally. Let's put up more monuments, not less. We don't take down monuments and memorials. I say, let's put up more. And let's lift up more people in history, good or bad. It is history. And history is not always pretty. War is never pretty, and it should not be romanticized. But that's not what that statue out there is for. It is there to simply go for a remembrance for those of us who have our Confederate dead here, and we don't know where they're buried. If we want to put some time into constructing some good Confederate history, why don't we start taking care of some of the cemeteries around here? There's a Weems Cemetery. There's 184 slaves buried there, and it's desecrated. Let's put our energies into all of us coming together and fixing that place up so that we can show that we cared about their lives too. Not just the soldiers that fought, but everybody that lived here during those times. This is getting out of hand. I even read this morning that if you listen to a hard metal rock and roll music, which I do, you might be a neo-Nazi. No, I'm not. I have Jewish ancestry in me. This is getting far out of hand. Too many people are being offended and they're going by feelings. And when you go by your feelings, all you're saying is you're not strong enough to show and control your own emotions in a respectful and manner that will move people forward. That's all I really have to say. Thank you for your time, and I really hope you all take everything that was said here in consideration, because it's only a handful of people that want these monuments removed. Thank you.
Thank you. That concludes. We have one more? No, that's it. Okay. Thank you. Well, this concludes our public comment section.